Lou, what do you think's been the consistent theme across these last 5 games that's been a struggle for you guys?
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. When you lose a few in a row, you try to find good, consistent things to kind of concentrate on instead of the bad things. But it's not one thing I can necessarily put my finger on.
You've clearly found a really nice offensive rhythm for yourself that the team has needed. Is that how do you try to keep pushing that towards the rest of the team? Finding that level of offensive efficiency as well.
Just playing and try to lead by example. Just play hard as I can, and see whatever comes out of it. And that's it. Usually you score a lot of points, you probably get some wins out of it. We hadn't gotten any wins out of it, so it's not a lot to take from it, really.
Yeah, Luke mentioned how hard everybody played, particularly in the second half. But can you see young guys sometimes get down a little bit, knowing that there are injuries or knowing that there's a losing streak? And how do you try to counter that?
Yeah, I mean it's something that happens. I think it's human nature, but we got to be pros at the end of the day. We got to go out there and compete for 4 quarters, give ourselves an opportunity to win the game, just play the best we can.
What's it like to be scoring all these points and coming in defeats?
It feels the same as not scoring a bunch of points and losing. Losing is losing. We're not in the business of moral victories. So for me, it's trying to do everything that I can in my position to try to help us win games, and it's still not enough. So.
How do the young guys build habits so where you guys get the effort and intensity?
You gotta take your lumps. You learn from your mistakes, and hopefully at some point you realize that you can't continue to make those mistakes when you're losing games, and you take those things, you learn from them, and you try to build on it and try to correct it and try to get back on the right path.
The spacing hasn't been the same without D'Angelo and Nick, but where are you finding angles still to be able to get to the line to get threes?
I don't know, man. I go out and just play. I don't really like you always ask me these questions, and I don't really know. I just go out there and I make my decisions on the fly and see if I can get something good out of it.
Luke had mentioned players holding each other accountable tonight. Julius had said the same thing. Did it seem like everybody was a bit more vocal, at least in terms of holding each other accountable for their mistakes?
I think in the second half we were very vocal, and I think you saw the results. We were a lot more vocal. Guys played with a lot more energy, and we made some things happen. Unfortunately, we fell short, but we played with a lot more energy than we did in the first half. So I think in the second half, if we can play like that from top to bottom, we'll give ourselves a better opportunity.